TB12's trainer Alex Guerrero took a shot at the New England coach, saying that, quote, he never evolved and still treated Tom like a 20-year-old kid. Yesterday, Brady addressed those comments. Take a listen.
That's just part of being in sports, and you have a lot of people who, because they're not out there, they want to protect, and it's a very caring, loving thing that a lot of people do. But, from my standpoint, I had a great time.
Shannon, are Brady's father and trainer speaking for the quarterback or just for themselves?
Now, let us think it for just a second. This man spent 20 years, and what he could muster up, I had a great time.
Okay. He went on to say a few more things, but yeah.
Skip, let me tell you how this thing is. I've been telling you.
So 20 years is a long time. Go ahead.
But again, what I tell you, Skip, no. I say when somebody close to somebody speaking.
You did say that.
They're saying what Tom can't say still, because this is what Tom has shared with them.
Mm-hmm.
When Giselle said Tom can't throw and catch the ball, don't think Tom has not said on a given night, laying in bed next to his wife, baby, I can't throw it and catch it. And when she got upset, they lost that game.
She did. She said
what
that.
She say, Skip?
That.
He can't throw and catch it.
Yep.
So what? Brady's dad.
That was the second Eli Super Bowl.
Yes, that was doing an ending.
Yeah.
What Tom Brady Sr. said, what Guerrero said, are things that Tom Brady has verbalized to them. Normally, Skip, if the quarterback is obviously Brady was a 6th round pick, so doesn't have the cachet of the Peyton Manning that came in as the number 1 overall draft pick. But once that guy wins the Super Bowl, there's a certain level of respect and a certain level of reverence that he said no. So Tom says, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get three of these things in 5 years, and then I know he's gonna treat me like the man that I am. He's like, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe it's because I'm still in my 20s. Maybe if I settle down, I get me a wife. So I got 3 Super Bowls. I got a wife. I got kids. I know damn well this man ain't finna still treat me like a kid. Baby, he still treat me like, Dad, can you believe this? That this man yelled at me, called me out in front of my teammates after what? He still... Winning cures all. No, it doesn't. Winning will Band-Aid and mask a lot of things. And eventually, if you got an 8-inch gash, you can put a gauze on, apply pressure. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to treat it. He kept treating Tom like that. But Skip, that's the way he feels. Coach Belichick feels the only way that he can keep his thumb on that team is to treat everybody the same, no matter how accomplished. He treats Tom Brady, the best guy in that locker room, just like the 53rd guy. And Tom says, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I deserve better. Comfortable. I'm willing to stake my reputation that Tom Brady has shared what they said with them. And though Tom can't say it, Skip, because he's still like, but I can't believe Tom would say that. He got people say, Tom said, I got people that love and care about I got people that love and care and protect me. You're right, Tom. They doing the blocking for you. They your Anthony Munoz, Jonathan Ogden. They doing the blocking, and you throwing the passes. Skip. But here's the thing. Everybody say, Tom has changed since he got to to Tampa. No, he ain't. This has always been Tom. Coach Belichick made him suppress that. You remember that and I'm going to turn over to you, Skip. You remember that footage when they had Patrick Mahomes sandwiched in the Super Bowl, and Tom tweeted out, that looked like it hurts. That's Tom Brady. That's always been Tom Brady. Now he's free to spread his wings. It doesn't have to Tommy, why would you do that? Coach Belichick gonna browbeat him. Why you do that? That's not the way we do it. That's the Patriot way. Tom Brady.
Hear everything you just said. Now I got a more timely question.
Okay.
Do you believe that Brady Sr., who did an interview with Boston TV, actually, but it was a phone interview, do you believe Brady Sr. this week and Alex Guerrero, the trainer, this week, let Tom know that they had been requested to do interviews?
Yeah.
Obviously, Guerrero did the Boston Globe, right? Did they let Tom know, hey, I have a request. Are you okay if I do this interview?
Yes.
And furthermore, do you think they went so far as to say, are you okay if I tell the truth about Belichick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Of course.
What's fascinating to me is it's not Patriot Week yet. It's the Rams at the Rams. This is what I believe is going to shape up and last as the game of the year in the NFC, right? It's Bucks to the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
This this isn't all the marbles. Obviously, it's not do or die, but it's going to set the tone for the rest of the year.
Right.
And don't think Brady doesn't get that.
Right.
Yet the inner circle's focus is on a week from Sunday because for them, that's the game of the year times 10.
And don't think that guy that's playing this week on Sunday in the game of the week on Fox, don't think his focus isn't a week from Sunday.
All right. So do you believe, Mr. Hall of Famer, that Brady is going to be slightly distracted as he tries to prepare for the Rams with half a mind in Foxborough? You don't think so?
No, he laughing. He's like, I love this. Nigga, I love this right here. Because, right now, Skip, he's like, theoretically, we don't know Brady said that. That's just them speaking on, what they surmised was the difference, what was the problem that caused the conflict.
Okay.
But Tom was like, yep.
Okay, what I believe,
better myself.
To use your analogy, the 8-inch gash in his forearm, it remains open.
Yeah,
it is an open wound that is not cured. But he was driven to win a Super Bowl in year one during the pandemic with a torn MCL and a 7-9 team from the year before called the Succaneers, the most historically bad franchise in all of sports. He did that.
Right.
And now, if you want to go gloat, that's what he's doing.
Right,
he is gloating. Yes. He is rubbing it in. And he actually, during Rams week, is fine with the two key members of his inner circle, his father and his longtime best friend trainer. I mean, this is like his personal assistant trainer.
He already knew what they were gonna say. So when they asked Tom, did you hear what your trainer Alex Guerrero said? No, what did he say? Tom, did you hear what your dad said on the radio? No, what did he say? I already know what they said.
Okay. The shock is not what they said, but that they said it. Because neither of us are surprised at all at the issue at hand, which was he would not evolve because he wouldn't treat him any different way after 3 Super Bowls or 4 Super Bowls or 5. It just kept getting worse. I believe that he treated him more harshly the greater he got. And I believe if you put Tom Brady on a lie detector, that he would say now he got jealous of me because I was getting too much of his credit.
I used to say all the time, man, I can't wait for Tom Brady to write this book. Because everything, this is so lovely. I mean, this thing is utopia over here. I said, I'm waiting for Tom Brady's book to come out. And then he going to really tell you how he feel because he going to put it on paper. We going to be able to see. Yeah, Coach Belichick did this, and he didn't treat me like this, and I felt I should have got that, and he did this. Everything that the dad and the trainer is saying, that's how Tom is verbalized that those 3 people know Tom better than anybody. His wife, his dad, and that trainer. Now, that trainer spent as much time as round Tom. Hell, he might have a guest house in the back quarter, Skip, because he's on call 24. Hey, man, my shoulder. Okay, I'm right over Tom. Oh, my ham, my hip. So he's on call. And Skip, when you lay on the massage table, Skip, you're talking. Yeah, had a tough day there. Dad, what's going on? I used to talk to my brother. Just so if I would never say anything because I know if I say it, they're going to like, man, that came. Shannon said that. We know how close him and his brother is. Or if my sister were to say something, they know where that came from. So we were very conscious of not to say anything because we know where it's coming from.
So I've had several of Brady's friends over the last 6 or 8 years tell me that it ate at Tom, like he would grin and bear it, but that Bill wouldn't even play golf with him in the offseason. They got paired sort of without them knowing it at Pebble Beach one time. That's the only time they ever shared a round of golf together, and it was not by their choice.
No, Skip, you know what, Skip? The thing is, for me, I don't give a damn about playing no golf with me, but treat me accordingly.
Okay, well, but that was the first thing where he thought I'd earned the stature to at least share a round of golf, maybe somewhere up in New England during the summertime with him to get a little closer because now we're of equal stature because, hey, I've been Super Bowl MVP X number of times. Aren't we a dynasty?
But Skip, you know how this works. Skip, you know when it's something like this here. So as long as somebody got to get somebody, it can't be 50-50. Someone got to be 51-49 now.
Okay.
And Coach Belichick wanted to make it abundantly clear to Tom, this is me, bro. It ain't you.
Okay. So now we get to film sessions and practices,
Right.
even in the last couple of years that he played for the dynasty under Belichick in New England.
Right.
Film studies. He would tear Tom apart in front of the whole gathered team.
Yeah.
No quarterback, no John Elway, no Troy Aikman, no Dan Marino. They just wouldn't stand for it. No Joe Montana. They wouldn't sit still for it. To be in a darkened room with the film going, Tom, what were you thinking here?
Right.
I was actually thinking that I've won 5 Super Bowl MVPs, right? That's what he wanted to say.
Right.
And then during practice, I've been told regularly that Bill would stop practice as the offense, it was offensive day, and say, Tom, what the hell was that?
Right.
Well, you want to talk about getting shown up? Shannon Sharp would not stand for that.
Nah. Skip, and I've been in practice where, John might make a mistake or somebody run the wrong route, somebody drop a pass, and Mike was like, hey, run it over, start the drill over. But we're not going to do this. We're 7-play into a 10-play drill. And Mike would say, start it over, because that was some you-know-what. Okay, we started over. He didn't call anybody out. We know who dropped the pass. We knew who threw the interception. We knew who run the wrong route. He didn't say it. He didn't have to.
No.
We just do it over. But to call me out, to continuously call me out, chastise me.
And to call him by his last name. Brady, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm trying to win another Super Bowl for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make you look better, right?
So, and the thing is, Skip, I've said this, you treat everybody fair. You don't treat everybody